You're just in God's training program. Because if you get arrogant about being the target, you will be arrogant when somebody else comes up under you and now they become your target. Watch this. Realize when God allowed Saul to throw the spears. Listen, it's not them. God let them throw the spears. David did not get mad at Saul because he recognized it's not Saul. God's got me in this place. So if God put me in this place, what is he after? Listen, God allowed Saul to throw the spears, not because he was trying to kill David. Remember, he had a destiny for David. David's going to be king. Where you're at is not going to kill you. I don't know who that was for. That was your word right there. You can almost put your finger up and tip out right there. You are where you are is not going to kill you. But God is allowing the spears to be thrown. Watch this. Because what God is aiming at is not you. It's the King Saul in you that you could become. You don't recognize what's in you, what you could potentially be. But God knows your heart. God knows that you could become revengeful. He knows that you could become arrogant. He knows that you could become the very same thing that you can't stand right now. So he uses that person to kill that inclination in you. So much so that one day, years later, when David was king, one of his own sons tried to take the kingship from him. And instead of fighting his son, David left. Everybody couldn't figure out, David, why don't you defend your kingdom, defend your throne? David's response was, I wasn't a Saul back then, I'm not going to be a Saul now. You don't realize it. We don't often understand it. But God wants to kill the Saul that we could become. That's why he's letting you go through this situation. He's training you to not be what you see, but to be who he's anointed you to be. Because listen, if you throw spears back, you'll prove three things. You'll prove, number one, that you're tough. Can't nobody mess with you. You stand for the right. You'll prove that you didn't learn anything from God's training program. And you prove that one day when you have the power, you'll be the best spear thrower in your kingdom. But not David. David, who was after a man after God's own heart, not because he was perfect, not because he did everything right, but because he wanted to please God even when he looked like he was on the other side of God's blessing. Can you give him glory for what you go through, or only for what's good? Can you accept bad stuff from him as well as blessings? Is he worthy of your praise even when you're being persecuted? What God is after in this spear throwing environment that you might be in, God wants to focus you on how he's developing you. So don't go after the flesh. Don't do what comes naturally. Die to the flesh. Duck the spears. Let God develop you into the king and the queen that you're supposed to be. Quit getting caught up in the fight with the spear thrower. It's not about them. What are you trying to make me into, God? That you would allow these things in my life. Every time you get betrayed, every time you get lied on, every time you get done wrong, it's not about the person. Look at the training program and see, what is God trying to kill that will keep you from fulfilling God's purpose and destiny for your life? I'm done. I need everybody standing.